and welcome. This is Borno Restoration, where we give you updates on development from across Borno State. I am Jessie Tafida. Today on the program, we will talk to residents of Borno to get their views on the successes recorded so far by Governor Babagana Zulum's administration in various sectors of the state, from health to education, security, youth empowerment, and lots more. All this will come your way after we bring you the latest on Borno Today. More than 3 million displaced people are facing food shortages in Nigeria. Young and old who are survivors of the 13-year conflict are in dire need of assistance. Urgent help is needed here. The International Organization for Migration, IOM, visits the Borno State Governor. Their discussions are focused on humanitarian support.
Your proposed way forward to look at how we can resettle people, to make sure they have livelihoods, they have a future, to make sure they have the support and the training that they need in order to make it on their own is at the heart of what we see our mission to be. So you can count on us to be part of your efforts. It is part of our mandate to make sure that we are working under your guidance, direction, and priorities.
Well, we are looking for medium and longer term sustainable solutions that will address this crisis once and for all. So based on this reason, we started resettling back people into their various localities in a dignified manner, not by force. So far so good. Within the last 4 years, we resettled more than 1 million people. We have opened up, people have started farming. Access to agricultural lands were increased by more than 400%, and that has significantly reduced the trust deficit between the government and the population. We shall clearly identify what do we want. We want to resettle people to this area, this area, this area, this area. We need water, we need shelter. And document will soon be completed and will be shared to all of you so that we shall work together with you.
A good start is the establishment of the Regional Stabilization Facility by the state government. It provides security to returned communities, establishes basic communities, and ensures livelihoods for the returnees. "34-year-old Hadiza Muhammad is a widow with 3 children. Her husband died from friendly fire while fighting Boko Haram insurgents. She shares with TVC News her ordeal.
My husband is so lovely, caring man. The day that I had this news that what happened to him, like his own accident is misfiring by his fellow soldier, is a gunshot. I'm even on my way coming back from Kaduna to Maiduguri. I heard the news, very sad news. Since then, things has not really in order for me. The army paid the children sponsorship, but it's one in a year.
Hadiza is happy today to be part of the lucky ones that will be empowered.
They empower me. I pray I will use it in my business. I pray God will raise me up and I will not fall our mommy down. I pray I will use it to be smiling, inshallah.
These other widows here are beneficiaries of this same gesture, just like Hadiza.
I'm overwhelmed. I'm happy. And, you know, they can make use of this. If you come here, you give them 50,000. They will eat it and forget about it. But they can make money out of this machine. Government cannot do it alone. That is the reason I'm going around to help.
We want to really thank you for this wonderful gesture. We pray God continue to enrich you and empower you to be able to do more. On behalf of the Barak community for which you are doing this, we truly appreciate and we are grateful.
Wounded soldiers who are responding to treatment were also given wheelchairs and crutches. Nursing mothers who are IDPs equally receive maternity kits and food items. The National Bureau of Statistics in 2022 reports that 53.40% of youths are unemployed in Nigeria. This has resulted to many youths engaging in heinous acts.
I will be highly ambitious.
This is why the Zulum administration in Borno operates on a 10-pact development agenda which prioritizes job opportunities for youths. And now, the Minister of State for Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, is in the state to meet the governor. He says that his visit is to share ideas with the governor on better ways to engage youths.
It is time to bring ourselves together and push the nation forward. It is time to tell ourselves the truth that the only thing that can change this country is for one youth to have minimum of 2 skills. A country without skills will die. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has given us leverage, has given us everything that we want.
Governor Babagana Zulum, on his part, says his administration is empowering youths to be resourceful.
We need to do more advocacies, especially to you, the minister, so that very serious matters that are bringing back our country backward will be reduced or eliminated. Matters of nepotism, ethnicity, religion, sectionalism will be reduced to the biggest minimum. I want to convey my deep appreciation to the federal government for the re-establishment of the NYC orientation camp in Borno State. Also understood that the National Youth Service Corps is under your purview. Shall work with you to improve the well-being, the welfare of the National Youth Service Corps.
The state governor believes investing in vocational training programs is one sure way of dealing with youth restiveness. Every new year is usually greeted with hopes, reflections, and resolutions for a better year ahead. For the people of Borno State, the year 2023 came with lots of challenges, but were overcome as a result of the prompt humanitarian response by Governor Babagana Zulum. Many residents are hoping that 2024 will bring better fortunes. Take a listen.
I will start listing projects that Zulum has done that has impacted me and the common man. It is uncountable. But one thing I know that has impacted the common man to the grassroots level is the introduction of mass transit and then the electric taxi within the metropolis. You know, actually with the removal of fuel subsidy, life has become very, very challenging to the common man. But to be sincere, the Zulum's buses and taxis have really touched the common man to the extent that almost everyone is saying
go to the grassroots and ask. Everyone is saying that it is one of the things that a common man knows that there is governance around, because people think that government is not something that has to do with the common man, but this transportation aspect alone has changed the narrative. Now that everyone has been impacted, not only the masses, even wealthy individuals now park their cars and follow the Zulum buses.
Professor Zulum for his effort, because I'm living in Polo, that is Polo High Court. But to my surprise, when I'm about to go to school, I saw a bus there near High Court. Then they are even calling me that the motto is 50 naira, which of sometime in the morning when I'm going to work, I used to pay 200, 300 naira to my destination. But to my surprise today, I pay 50 naira. And now I'm returning from my work now, going to Polo again, and I'm paying 50 naira. What I will tell our Oga, that is Professor Zulum, we are very grateful because of his effort. More effort, more elbow to his work. We pray that God will comfort him, God will be with him, and also our God will give him a prosperity life so that he can continue to upgrade this effort that he has done. So we are very, very grateful. We are saying thank you very much.
The year 2023 has been a very wonderful year. It's a year that every citizen of Borno will acknowledge that yes, there is a government in the state. This government is all about service delivery and good governance. In the last the year 2023, we have witnessed quite a reasonable and unquantifiable service delivery in terms of physical as well as policies geared to improve the lots of the citizen. For me, if I'm to take one, certainly I will say the governor's commitment to service delivery and people-centered governance. This has been a hallmark of Governor Zulum. However, to talk on the structures put in place, the year 2023 witnessed remarkable improvement in the provision of health facilities, ensuring that citizens have access to affordable and accessible healthcare delivery, education. We all know that before now how the Boko Haram incidents has been a problem to us, and what they were saying, Western education is taboo. The governor is on his own to ensure that he has revived the education sector to ensure future development of citizens. Not forgetting our brothers and sisters that were displaced by the insurgency and the governor's commitment, moving irrespective of weather, time, and hard-to-reach locations to provide succor to citizens in terms of humanitarian support and giving them that hope that yes, they have something in the future to do, taking them or making them understand that the hopelessness of this Boko Haram will soon be over, and giving hope and livelihood support to ensure that they pick up their pieces and then continue with life as it used to be. A restoration of peace in Borno, people can attest that yes, peace has gradually returned to Borno. People go about their normal life. For somebody coming out of the country, out of the state, only feels about Borno, you look at it from a different perspective. But when you come here, you will begin to wonder if at all this is the Borno people have been talking about outside the state. Life has returned. And then the last 4.5 years of Governor Zulum, there were remarkable improvement in terms of structures, infrastructure. If you come into the state capital, you certainly know that there is a governance, there is a government in place, which means Zulum is working. And people have been attesting to it. We appreciate the support they've been giving to the government, understanding his style of leadership, what he means by service delivery and good governance. I can talk on and on and on, but the truth is that in the last 4.5 years of Governor Zulum in Borno State, there's a remarkable improvement in terms of all aspects of human endeavor.
The governor has been a humanitarian governor even before the removal of the subsidy. And I am proud to say that my governor was the first governor that began the distribution of food palliatives, and again he was the first governor who launched the mass transit so that he could ease the means of transportation, especially to the farmers, which by everybody knows the people of Borno are mostly farmers, especially the masses. Everybody's seen how he has given them free transport so that this will help them to go to their farm and but also make them to cultivate their crops back home successfully.
For us, he's the only governor because he's someone that has the political will. He has the commitment, and most importantly, he has his people at heart. And if you combine these three elements, there is no way you will not get somebody like His Excellency Professor Babagana Umar Zulum. Now, as a member of his cabinet, you have no option but to support him, because you have a leader that is leading by example. You have someone that does not sleep. So who are you to go and sleep? You have someone that is so compassionate, so caring about the security situation, about the agricultural situation, about resettlement, about reconciliation, about reintegration, about educating the girl child. Who am I, as a mere commissioner of Women Affairs and Social Development, that I will not support him? It's the paradigms are already on ground. There's a benchmark. So if you don't key into what Professor Babagana Zulum is doing, you are already a failure. You understand? So the leadership, the political will, the commitment, the dedication, and compassion for everyone in Borno State leaves us with no option. We are on standby 247. There is no commissioner that you say, it's weekend, it's after 6. That does not exist in our agenda, because your principal is someone that leads by example. And so it is compulsory, it is a must that we must employ all the strategies, all the energy that exists in us to ensure that the 10-pact agenda, the 25-year development plan, the 10-year strategic plan of Borno State works. As a Commissioner for Women Affairs, poverty must be brought to zero.
Our girls must go to school, both within and outside Nigeria. People living with disabilities must be given their chance to survive, to exist. Children must benefit. They must have rights to education, rights to shelter, right to good health. And that is why the child rights law has been domesticated in Borno State. And that is why the VAP law is well implemented. We have removed the stigma that is associated with being a victim of rape. We have had so many, over 600 convictions of people that have raped from across the state in the last couple of years. And this is because the culture of silence is no more. Speak out. The governor's wife is our ambassador. She leads. We have gender desks in all the police stations. We are having maximum support from the traditional rulers. The religious leaders are supporting us because our leader is in the forefront.
For one, he's a professor. For two, he came from a very humble beginning and he saw how education became a catalyst for him to reach these heights. And education is a key sector. It's the fundamental of human capital development. Every developed society has a good literacy index. So I believe these are reasons enough for him to invest massively in the education sector. His Excellency has returned 15 rural schools, and more than the 10 mega schools out of the 30 commissioned were all in rural areas. And that has created significant access to children who were in that community who initially did not have access to school. When you go back to those communities, you will now see the presence of schooling, which was not there before. You see, the governor is at the strategic level. He gives the directives. We at the operational level, ours is to implement the directives. So we would ensure that we work on his vision and the focus to see that education is given to the less privileged child, qualitative education. And this is part of our pillar in our 25-year development plan and our 10-pact agenda. So we shall key into it and ensure that this is achieved.
At the bottom of my heart, I want to express my sincere appreciation to all of you that voted us into another phase of public service. Again, I commit to making sure that we shall work 100% for the benefit of all residents of Borno State, regardless of political, ethnic, and religious persuasions. I want to assure you, the people of Borno State, that the victory you have granted us will neither make us arrogant, nor will it make us to take you for granted.
And that's our package on this episode of Borno Restoration. Many thanks for watching. I am Jessie Tafida. See you next time. Bye-bye.